Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Havertz! And he's heaved it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Not the most accurate pass. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé, when it comes to building from the back. I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes, where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Played into the middle.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Played in again. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Gabriel. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Saliba. Eze. More and more pressure on the ball here. And it's Ødegaard. Now Timber. And it's Ødegaard.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
And he's there to get it away. And smartly reclaimed. Saliba. Saka.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now it's Saka. That pass has been well intercepted. Saka is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having...
And the shot! It's hit the upright. Oh, what a mistake! That could spell trouble. Delivery from Mbappe. Rice. Timber. For Rice. Ødegaard. Havertz. And it's Rice. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper. Hernandez. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Saka receives it in a good position here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Hernandez did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Trossard. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And that's gone loose. Oh, that is a good ball to... Havertz! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Trossard is onto this. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rice. Threads one in. Oh, good. Tries a shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Arsenal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And he can clear it away. Gabriel. And it's Ødegaard. Hernandez wins the duel this time. Chouameni neatly clipped into space. Cleared away. Can he get it through? And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And the second half gets underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Shapes to shoot! Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the shooting chance! And that is wildly off target. That's headed upfield. Hernandez cuts out the pass. Pass somewhat off target. Koundé, Conte, taken back almost at once, aimed beyond the defence. Now that's well seen too. That is ended up in no man's land. Saliba, Gabriel. France still this single goal behind. Ødegaard. Calafiori. And it's Ødegaard. Now it's Trossard. And he's running through. Now, can they get him away?
Trossard really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Ødegaard. Now who's going to be first to this? And he's had it nicked away. Looking to play him in. And that's aimed into the... Oh, what a climb! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Sostituzione per la Francia.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Trossard! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Looking for options for movement. He's got away. Hangs in across. Searching passes played there.
Arsenal have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Eze, he is through here. Now he's off and running. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Trossard. Saka. France do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Half an hour gone in the second half. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now this could be a chance.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually think...
He's through and all alone! Saka gets into some space. Now it's Trossard. And it's Rice. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. France really could have done without this. To increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Signore e signori, facciamo gli auguri a un membro del nostro fan club che oggi festeggia l'anniversario di matrimonio.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
This truly is a place of which you never tire. The San Siro, one of the most historic of football venues in Italy, or indeed anywhere. And already we're underway here. And here's Dembele. Can he finish? He's nearly been all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Kante stood his ground. Oh, he's been caught on it here! And it's Camavinga. Conte. Pass is just off target. Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior charging forward, the ball at his feet. Good running, strong and purposeful. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's Garcia. He has a look up.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a throw-in. Rodrigo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Camavinga. Can he get onto this? And he's managed to get free. Delivery from Mbappe. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. France leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Eder Militao.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Oh, delightful ball. Now it's Colomwani. And he's had it nicked away. Colomwani unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Camavinga. And he's picked out the run. Brilliantly cut out. Courtois gets it away. And here's Colomwani. Valverde. Fran Garcia. Chance here to counter. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking to play him in. Vinicius Junior.
This is the time you need that pace.
Mbappe. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Played out wide. And it's Bellingham. Camavinga. Nice looking ball. Now that's well seen too. Bellingham. Fran Garcia. He's played it back. And it's Tchouaméni. Out towards the flank. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Saliba getting this one clear. And here's the chance to counter. Hernandez. And it's Camavinga. Good ball over the top. Rudiger kept aware. and it is reclaimed easily. Camavinga. Bellingham. Stood up well to him there. Upamecano. Hernandez. Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. Bellingham. Some really good ball movement. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. So much time and space here. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. And here's Valverde. And it's Rudiger. Knocks it into space. Crosses it. He's got full. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
France have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. So off we go once more. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Not the most accurate pass. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now this could be a chance. Tries a shot! He's scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more strength. Chance! Tchouaméni. Oh, good-looking ball. Madrid couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. He's in a great position here. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Valverde. Bellingham. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's a searching pass. Good ball, face-to-face with Colomwani! And that has fair fizzed.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
Valverde.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi
And
è
it's
di
Bellingham.
80.607 spettatori.
Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Garcia. Vinicius Junior looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Big chance! And he hits the net. And the comeback is complete. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Madrid take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. France may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 12, numero 6. Lasciano il campo per il numero 24.
Vinicius
Il
Junior
numero 11.
will not want to
Attenzione,
lose out
cambio.
here, not against this opponent. Tries to play it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And here's Brahim Diaz.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Vinicius Junior. And here's Vinicius Junior. Goulet. He's in space and looking for options. Now it's Goulet. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
France looking to pass their way through. Aims beyond the defence. He's on it, can he get away? Conte! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's there! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! And again they hit the front. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And the shot! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Sostituzione per la Francia.
Yeah, the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Il numero 14.
France really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Samba punts it upfield. And it's Doué. Nicely weighted ball. The ball has bounced loose now. Alaba.
Il quarto uomo indica
Camavinga.
4 minuti di recupero.
The final seconds now. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Quality ball. Now it's Mbappe. Olise. Dembele. Ah, that's a fine interception. Danger averted for now. Olise looking for the run. Shot could be on. Decent chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Now there's a fine ball. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that is that. France did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
This truly is a place of which you never tire. The San Siro, one of the most historic of football venues in Italy or indeed anywhere. And as you can see, we've already started here. Great chance! And the ball's come loose here. And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Camavinga might be slightly consoled by at least hitting the target.
Dembele receives it in a wide position. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Can he latch on to this? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And he goes cross-field.
Well spotted.
Oh, that's a key interception. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders.
Shoots! That's a decent clearance. Camavinga. Nice-looking ball. Thuram looking to run onto it. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Valverde, Rodrigo, for Valverde, thinks about the shot,
Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Mbappe! And that would have been some goal.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Still goalless at the moment. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's nice. Camavinga. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Valverde. Valverde. Madrid finding their passes. Can he get it through? Now it's Thuram. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Dembele. Conte. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. France with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. That's not going far. And now they can spring out of defence. Valverde calmly anticipates. Vinicius Junior. So what can they make of this? That's a shade optimistic. Conte. Tchouaméni. Approaching the half-hour mark. Can he get on the end of this?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that's too far for anyone. He's shifting through the gears here. Dembele drives it in. Oh, well played, well played. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. He's picked his way through, looking to play him in. And he's cut it out. Rudiger. And it's Valverde. Here's Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni running with the ball. And here's Vinicius Junior.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's in a great position here. Dembele. Oh, well played. Over to the left. Flashes it across. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. And the counter is on. Bellingham. And it's Valverde. Here's Tchouaméni. It's a really well-measured ball. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. And that should get the job done. Mbappe. Looking for a runner. Floated through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Vinicius Junior. And there's the end of the first half. So neither or the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
France worked the aerial route pretty well, even if it is predictable and a bit one-dimensional, so I'd expect less of that and a bit more variation from here.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And the action is back on the way.
France clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Good ball, good... And the finish! And he's there to get it away. Throw it. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Bellingham. No, he's not getting past him there. Tries to pass it through. It's played through for him. It's fallen kindly here. Goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And here's Mbappe. It's a threatening ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Alexander-Arnold. Chouameni. Great ball, and he's in here. Now there's a fine ball. And he'll shoot here! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's made its way to him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of...
Real chance! This time, surely! And he hits the net! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 6.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Madrid are looking to go forward now. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's being urged to shoot. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Dembele might just make this. And it's Diaz. Camavinga. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time. Mbappe! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
France have their third corner. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now this, he's through, it's one-on-one, takes a shot! He has done it! And the comeback is complete! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Madrid go into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 25. Lascia il campo per il numero 11.
Koundé deals with that comfortably. Chouameni. Mbappe. Oh, important interception.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! Oh, taken with style. And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Lovely, now then. He's had a shot! That has not worked out as planned.
Mbappe certainly had to make his mind up quickly, and he rushed it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely weighted ball. Rabiot gets into some space. Hernandez. Brahim Diaz. Now who's going to be first to this? But he's gone backward here. Shot, surely! Got to be quick to recover this. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their 4th corner of the game. Oh, smashing header! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Alexander-Arnold. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Goulet. Looking for the run. Can he latch on to this? Not the most convincing of passes. And that's that. France did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. He won't be happy with that one. Alexander-Arnold is wide and looking to get onto this. Up towards the front line, Rudiger makes the interception. Passing is crisp and sharp. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Koundé, neither side especially adventurous early on. Lovely, now then. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Eder Militao has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. No, he wasn't going to let him past.
Dembele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bellingham. Tchouaméni does well to stand firm and defend it. And here's Mbappe, and he welcomes it in. And that's been... And the shot! It's in! First blood drawn. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Madrid have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Mignon is there to clear. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Bellingham. Oh, well played.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Madrid finding their passes. That's very neat. Tchouaméni out towards the flank. And they can counter here. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rodrigo. Vinicius Junior. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And he shoots! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe! And it's Valverde. Picked out brilliantly. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose, and again! It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Rodrigo. Vinicius Junior! Oh, what has happened here? No way through, so back it comes. Knocks it out wide. Strong running down that left flank. Now it's Bellingham. Chouameni for Valverde. Played out wide. That's a sharp pass.
France truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Taken back almost at once. Mbappe. And he's had a hit! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Chouameni. Now it's Rodrigo. Just 5 minutes left until the break. And it's Valverde. Chouameni. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's Chouameni. Passes coming off in quick succession here. The message is clear, none shall pass. Might be danger here. And that's been won straight back.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Knocks it into space. Pass is just off target. Chouameni. Valverde. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's in a great position here. Can he finish? And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And it's half-time here. Some first-half thoughts?
France really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And he's straight offside. Camavinga.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Rodrigo. For Valverde. Chouameni. And it's Chouameni. Vinicius Junior.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Rudiger. Vinicius Junior could try cutting inside here. And it's Bellingham. Here's Chouameni. Vinicius Junior! Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, that's beautifully... And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Madrid find a Mbappe! And he hits the net! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Way too good, Dieter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 6. Viene sostituito con il
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? France do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Tries to pass it through. There's the shot! Sticks it away! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Madrid grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Lovely bit of skill. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Camavinga. Goulet. And it's Alaba. Goulet. Brahim Diaz. He's played it back. And Alaba. Goulet. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Conte. And it's Arda Goulet. Madrid have got it back and they'll have another go. And here's Vinicius Junior. Arda Goulet. Can he get it through? Chouameni. Olise. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Good take, and is he in? It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's found a way through. Big chance! It's in! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Madrid are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. That has ended up in no man's land. That is good alertness. Howson. Camavinga. Tries to play it through. He's gone forward. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Mbappe. Good read, needed to be. Alaba. Chance, surely! No, it's wide. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Can he finish? They've done it! Oh,
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
They're still trying to make a game of this.
Oh, can they get him away?
This is Dembele.
Shot at goal! They've scored!
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
France give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 25.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Numero 8. Numero 22. Lasciano il campo per il numero 26, il numero 15, il numero 19, il numero 3.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Alexander-Arnold. Aims beyond the defence. That looks a cracking chance for a shot! Dembele! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. Drama at the depth. And that is as far as it goes. France can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi